Am I audible? Okay. I'm extremely sorry for the delay. I was having some connectivity issues. Hence, I couldn't join earlier. But thank you for such a warm welcome. So, I hope this seminar does not turn into a lecture. I hope it is a more of an interactive session. Um, this session, I hope it will be one of a kind where, uh, because I've started early, uh, I have started just like you all 2 3 years back, and I hope that I would get to talk to somebody who is just started out or who just started out 2 3 years ago, who I could relate to, or who could understand the problems or the issues I would be facing. So basically, the seminar, which is about coming to this profession, being a first generation lawyer, the pros, the cons, ups, and the downs. Please feel free to ask any questions, any doubts which you all have. I hope I'll be able to answer it. So I would like to start firstly that this seminar would focus mainly on the type of mindset you would require to come into this field and less of a legal approach. If you have legal questions, please feel free to ask me.
और हजारों मीटर
Somebody saying anything? Somebody saying anything?
Hello?
Yes, I think somebody was saying something.
Hello, hello.
Okay, sir.
Shall I begin?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So basically, me coming into law, I had not thought about it in my earlier school life. This was a decision which I took when I was in class 12 because I was trying to figure out what I want to do. I never really had any passion for anything in school, be it creative passion related to studies, nothing. So I was deliberating what can do I see myself doing for the rest of my life. I did not have any answers. But one thing I knew that I want to have a lot of money. That was very important to me. I want respect in the society, especially being a woman and coming from a marginalized society. I want to have respect. I want wherever I go, people will respect me and I will command respect and some authority. And being all that, I'll be in a position where I'll be able to help people from different genders, different castes, religion, whatever. Then I came up, ki, let's try law. While I was in law school, I had no idea how to go about it, especially because I was not from any national law university. I was from a government college. So the exposure in a government college, especially in Calcutta, is not a lot. I wanted to go for a national law university, but then after giving CLAT, my result was not that good. I had gotten into symbiosis, but then I realized what I want to do with this career. Then I came to a conclusion I want to do litigation. Now, when you want to do litigation, the type of college you're into does not matter. In fact, the lesser or the more uh, happening your colleges will benefit you in some way. Why? Because you would not need to attend college as much. Because the whatever they teach you in college, when you come and practice law, you will not find it relatable at all. When you read a statute and how your teachers read a statute and how a lawyer reads a statute is totally different. There's interpretation into it, there's manipulation into it. A lawyer can interpret a statute in two different ways relating upon his case. A teacher cannot. So I realized early on that if I go on attend my college, please do not take this as a advice that I'm asking you all to bunk college. No, what I'm telling you all is ki having practical knowledge is way more important than going and attending college every day. Having your own kind of exposure, and you might feel that my lecture would be limited to somebody who is more of a litigation field. My internships, they were totally into litigation field. I did not like whatsoever because I knew what I wanted to do from early on. Anyways, coming to what I was saying. So what I did from from second or third year, I started searching for good internships. Now, coming from my background, my parents did not or any communication with any lawyers whatsoever, unless it's tax related. So I had no exposure. I did not know any good lawyers, and I always knew that I wanted to practice or do my internship under somebody who can teach me something of value. What I did was I started looking desperately over the internet, over blogs, website, wherever about the lawyers I've heard of, biggest names in our state. And I started looking for their contacts, right? So after that, I was lucky enough to get the number of a public prosecutor from Kolkata, and I had called him immediately on my own. He was gracious enough to give me a chance and do my internship under him. That was my third year, my first internship. I just took a chance, and from there on, I did not look back. So, what I'm telling you is take a leap of faith. You'll never be ready. Just go find just know what you want to do, go in that direction. Everything will fall into place. I had no idea there were so many numbers on the internet. Which number best, whether it's right, whether it's wrong. I tried maybe 30, 40 numbers. It did not work out, and there was this one number, and it magically somehow worked out in my favor. From then on, I used to see matters. It was in city uh, sessions court. From there, I saw high court lawyers coming to do matters in sessions court, criminal matters. There, I got to know about bigger lawyers in high court. So I was like, no, I think I'm meant for bigger things. I'm made to do high court practice. I think I'll be a good high court lawyer. Then I started looking for the biggest high court lawyer. Even then, I had no reason to know him or to get interacted with him. What I did was just went to High Court one day and I approached him. Look, sir, I do not have any background, but I would be interested in doing an internship under you. Kindly, if you give me a chance. He was also gracious enough to give me an internship. All my internship lasted for at least 4 to 5 months, not lesser than that, because in a month or so you will not learn anything. From there, that person, he is very, very, very senior most lawyer in the criminal side in high court. Then I realized कि albeit he's the best criminal lawyer, but he's not in a position to teach me or to groom me. Then I started looking, where should I go next? Where should I, lay my foundation? Because I was coming to the end of my college term. I then went to the Rising Star or Rising Next Good Lawyer, who is now my senior. So I started doing my internship. By I think first year or so, I decided कि after I'm done with my law school, I'll just stay here and be a junior here. The best part about my senior is he does not give any stipend money. See, my senior did not ask me to come and join him. He does not owe me anything. What he told me first day was, look, Nahid, I will give you clients. How you make use of the clients is totally on you. Sorry, the chat's a little distracting. Anyways, after that, I started doing junior work under him. He taught me, but no lawyer of good repute has the time to teach you holding your hand of mediation, ask your peers, ask your immediate. My voice is breaking. it
No, no,
better
no,
now?
you're audible. You're audible, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So no institution of any repute or of doing any valuable work will have the time to sit with you and teach you. You just have to figure it out on your own. Learn how is he doing things, what is working with what judge, sit in courtroom. See, in the initial years, forget about the money. Money is not going to be there. But that's the best time. You are going to see the best of the best and see how are they performing in what is clicking with the judge, how are they placing the statute, how are they interpreting the statute, how are they manipulating the statute. Arpit, is something funny. We would all like to hear your jokes. It's something funny, Arpit Mohan Mishra.
No, ma'am.
Please humor us as well. It's okay. My lecture might be a little boring. You can humor us as well. Yes, please, Ayush.
Sorry, ma'am.
Ayush, would you like to say something?
No, no, I'm sorry. It's my mistake. My hand went.
Okay. Anyways, Arpit, you had something to say?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If you have, please feel free, okay? Not an issue. Please ask question. I hope I am more relatable. It's not a lecture. Please ask whatever questions you all have. Any doubts? If you are having any
Ma'am,
fear, I'm only here to motivate you all. Yes,
ma'am, I
Aditya?
had a question.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, how to learn drafting and how to get a stipend into it?
How to learn drafting?
Yes. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so I'll answer what I had done. So I had joined my seniors chamber, right? So I had immediate seniors in my chamber. So who were there in chamber before me. So what I used to do is I used to tell them, look, sir has given me this stuff or a client has given me this stuff. Do you have a format? Do you know how to draft this or something? This profession, people are actually very helpful. Most of them are very helpful. You just have to be confident enough to ask. People are always willing to help. So be confident enough to ask. Yes, Devyani.
Uh, Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Actually, I have one question.
Huh?
Um, would you please suggest me that how can one find interest in any specific field of law?
See,
So,
yeah,
in now I am in second year.
right.
So there are various fields of law. So how to find interest in any specific law?
Okay. So now that you have said that you are in second year, right? So you have a lot of time. Say you have 2, 3 years now. 2 years,
Yes.
say 2 years, because by the end of final year, I think you should be knowing what you want to do. Otherwise, you will be wasting time. If you decide after you leave law school, if you want to figure it out later, whether you want to go for criminal or you want to go from criminal to corporate, it will be a mess because you will not have experience in any. So what I tell people is, especially the first generation people, the first thing to have a successful career here is to figure out what you want, which field you want, as fast as you can, even before joining law school. I was lucky, fortunate enough because I knew what I wanted to do. Some people might not. For them, I would suggest do internship in various fields in your first, second, and third year. By the end of third year, you should be knowing which field interests you more. You should be able to know by second, third, or fourth year, maximum by fourth year, which field do you want to do your specialization in corporate or criminal, whatever it is.
Ma'am, how to
But
Thank you.
figure out our interest?
can you speak louder?
Ma'am, how can we figure out our interest at where we are diverting towards?
Yes, that's why you need to do internship in various fields and departments. Suppose you're confused between criminal, corporate, or tax, whatever. Do internship in all three. You would know which would interest you more. Which field do you see yourself working in forever? because law is something, especially if you're going for litigation in any of the criminal, civil, whatever it is. If you're going for litigation, that is something you would have to do it till you die. There is no retirement in this field. If you
Ma'am,
right,
I'm
research and drafting, look, research, I'll tell you, we we are lucky, we are the lucky ones that we have live law and bar and bench. If you follow live law, if you keep a diary, if you maintain a diary, if you see the law, if you see the judgments which are coming up, even by reading judgments every day, you can understand, ki I can perhaps see myself reading and
Excuse me,
understanding and
ma'am.
liking these kind of judgments and uh, read papers from courts. You can understand, like, I personally, you would not find me taking an interest in civil. I would do it because I right now I do not have the option to actually refuse the civil work as well. I'm not in that stage as of yet. But I if you ask me to do a criminal matter and if you ask me to do a civil matter, it'll be easier and more convenient for me. So because I know कि when I have to read a judgment, a civil judgment and a criminal judgment, I would take an interest more in the criminal judgment. So by that you just know which stream you would prefer. And for research, Divyani, I think if you are googling, you'll see a lot of blogs nowadays will come up with judgments and all. And there, if your college or your institution has a SSC uh, uh, taken, SSC membership or something taken, you can go to SSC. There'll be your citation. By using the citation, you can get books in your library. That's how you do research. Research is nothing. How I used to do research as an intern is typing whatever the proposition given to me by my senior, whatever the case requires in Google. Then I would find out the judgments. Then I would search the same judgments in a SSC website. That's how I would used to get the judgments which are required for the case. Yes, Ayush? Ayush, you had to say something. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. I am also a second year law student.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'm speaking.
Any
Hello.
CV? Okay,
Ma'am,
yeah,
am I
yeah. I'll
audible?
come to you, Devyani. Just let me answer Ayush's questions. Yes, Ayush. Tell me, I can hear you.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, can you be a little louder,
Okay, ma'am.
please?
Actually, ma'am, I am also second year law student from a private
Okay,
university,
right.
and my interest is working in a law firm. Yes,
Law
ma'am.
firm.
Ma'am,
Okay.
actually, I wanted to work in a law firm after
Law
I
firm, yeah.
finish my
Work in a law firm. You want to know how to land yourself in a good law firm, right?
I'm basically from a private university. Will there be any difference from between an starting from an NLU or a private for working in a yes ma'am. I mean a tier one law firms.
Ayush, can you type your question, please? I could not hear the rest of it.
ma'am, is internship is compulsory? We need to go for it
Yes,
because I am
absolutely.
already complete. Just a minute. Let me complete my question, ma'am, please once. Because I already completed CS intern and fine pursuing the final year, and I am already occupied with other job. But looking at career in the law, because I'm in interest. So can we directly go and join as a junior lawyer or some other thing in a law firms, or internship is before the junior lawyer internship is compulsory? I mean, final year of LLB now.
Okay. I'll answer Ayush's question, then I'll come to you.
Yeah, no problem, ma'am. Yeah,
Just give me
no
a moment.
problem.
Ayush, no, it does not make a difference if you come from a private university or you come from an NLU. But you see, what happened is there is a preconceived bias where people, the employer, thinks that if you are coming from you are better than the rest. Now, how can you beat that? By doing internships in your, by being serious in your college life. You cannot be involved in college. Let me tell you that as a first generation lawyer, you cannot be involved in only college. It will not help you because the people who are coming from the law background, they already have that background, they already have those connections. You do not. I did not. So what we people like us need to do is we need to go out. We need to make our connections. And where can we make the connections? During our college time. If you have that privilege like I did, where attendance did not matter, please do as much internship as you can in your college days, so you know how the system works. The things which you see from outside is not the same when you're inside. You need to be in the system to know how the system works. If you're only attending colleges, only doing a 1 month internship, it will not help you. It might work for NMU students because they have this whole recruiting process which helps them get in good firms and all that. If your college does not have that provision, please help yourself. Please do as much as internship as you can. Please uh, please do internship for longer periods, not for a month or so. If you like somewhere, please stick there. Please stick there. Maybe they will take a likeness towards you. They will keep you and retain you after you pass out college, because I have seen it with my friends happening that they were doing an internship in a particular firm. They liked their work so much, they stuck there, and after they graduated, the law firm retained them. So there you go. If you are not from a legal background, if you are lucky enough, as I was, to not attend college every day, be very serious and do your internships. Do a lot of internships, but when you get a good internship, try to stick on, stick
Okay,
there,
ma'am.
learn there, make people like you there, so that maybe they can retain you. Yes, and Krishna, you were saying something. Wait, I something about being in the last year of college, right?
Yeah,
And
internship,
sorry,
internship. Yeah,
internship, right?
yes.
So yeah, so what do you want to do? Tell me that.
See, being a company secretary, if I complete the final
No, what do you want to
procedures
do?
or
As
not,
in, do you want to work?
I want to. I'm clear about my ideology. I want to be a company means I want to take up the corporate laws, corporate lawyer, company legal and DRT, NCLT and DRT cases.
You want to do NCLT and DRT cases.
Yes.
So you want to be a counsel or you want to work in a firm?
I want to work as a counselor,
You want
firm,
to work
or
as a
anything is
counsel.
okay.
If
Yes.
you if you want to work as a counsel, if you want to appear, find out in your area who is the best.
Okay.
Find out. Try to approach him. If you cannot get through him, find out who is the second best. Be do
Okay.
see no, you are not. I'm assuming from this that you are not from the legal background, right? Nobody knows
Yeah.
you before, right?
Yes.
There's
Yes. Yes.
nothing to be scared of, Krishna. There's nothing to
Yeah.
be scared of. Approach them head on, sir. I'm requesting that if I am given a chance, can you please give me an internship for a month? Trust me, it will be very daunting. It was always daunting for me as well. But you just have to take that leap of faith. You never know where you'll land up.
Okay.
So know who's the best in your area, right? Try to approach them directly. And you will be surprised. People at the top, they're way kinder than people at the middle or lowest area. I'm telling you, they're kinder. They are more helpful. They want to push you, motivate you. Yeah, they might not give you the time of the day as much, but by just being with them, by being in their surrounding, you will learn so much. How they deal with things, how they approach things, how they talk, how they walk. Everything matters here,
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
right? And
Yeah.
yeah, Divyani, you were saying. Priyanka was saying something. Wait,
Yeah,
once.
actually, I wanted to
Yes.
ask you one thing that the college in which I am studying is so strict related to the attendance policy. So, actually, I wanted to ask you one question that how to balance the syllabus that you are studying in the college and the internship work.
Okay.
Nowadays it is becoming so hectic to manage both of the things, and some people are of the view that in initial days you should focus on the core basic legal studies. You have to focus on the syllabus which is get studied in the college, but some people are of the view that you should focus on the practical knowledge. So I am very confused between both these.
Okay. Before answering your Priyanka, I'll come to you in a minute. I'll just answer Divyani and I'll come back to you. So, Devyani, what you need to do right now is which college are you in?
uh, I am in ILS Law College, Pune.
Okay, ILS Law College, Pune. So, how is this after your graduation? Do the good companies and all come to recruit from your college?
Yeah, actually, our placements are very good.
Right,
Actually, my college stands second in the Maharashtra and seventh in the whole India.
right. So, do you want to pursue that, or you want to pursue litigation?
Actually, now I am questioning myself. This I don't think so. I have find my interest till now.
Okay, very good. You are in just in second year, right? You have a lot of time. You at least have 2 years with you
Yeah.
to figure it out. So what you need to do is see that is always there. So since your college already has a placement provision, you
Hmm.
no need to be thinking and using your brain so much on that. Now coming to the litigation part, whether you have interest in it or not, start doing few internship in litigation field. See how you like. Do you want to be counsel? Do you want to be in front of the judge and argue every day? See, find a senior who does that, work under him, see if that interests you or not. But be proactive. People think in college they can just study, just be good, have good marks, but trust me, it does not help at all. After graduation, maybe the first company you will join will look at your college marks and everything. Rest after that, it absolutely doesn't matter. Nobody asks me "Okay, how much you got in college. It does not matter.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. It was very nice.
No problem. And Priyanka, you have to do more active internship by going to court or going to office. Virtual internship might look good on a CV, but when asked with practical questions, I don't think you will be having any practical knowledge. So it does not have that much importance. It does not hold that much importance as a internship which is not virtual. I think you need to go to an office, you need to attend a law chamber to be more viable because virtual internship does not help a lot. You can do it if you're not getting anything else, you can do work on virtual internship and judicial internship. I think there are provisions where you can. There are some on site. I think on the High Court site you will get vacancy for judicial internship.
Okay,
You
thank
can
you, ma'am.
definitely check that out.
Ma'am,
And
I'm, uh, I'm audible.
anyone else?
Ma'am,
Hello, ma'am.
Yes,
Are you getting my voice?
yes, yes.
Ma'am, my question is that as a first generation lawyer, how to get good internship under good lawyers? Because I don't know about much lawyers, and also I have no connection, and I am right now in second year of my college.
I
So,
was exactly you. I
okay.
think 4 5 years ago, I was exactly you. I had the same questions, but I always had this unflinching belief that I will somehow find and figure my way out. What I did was, even though I am an introvert, but when it comes to getting shit done, I do it. Pardon my language. Sorry, I'm a criminal lawyer, so my language is not that uh, good. Anyways, so what I did was, like I was telling someone, Krishna, I think, that find out who, which field interests you, right? Find out who is the best in that field. Go approach him. Go approach him directly. You're a first generation lawyer. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows your family. Worst, what can happen? He'll say no, right? So you will be in the same place as you are right now, right? You have nothing to lose. Worst that can be done to you is being said no to your face, which is fine. Try the second best. Keep trying, keep trying, and even if you don't get one of the best, just get in the system and work your way up. And you will be surprised, people at the top are very helpful. They want to motivate and they want to help and push the young generation, no matter where you go. And if a senior notice you now that you are working hard, you have the interest, you are learning, and ask, please, if you get an internship, ask 1,000 questions. People you're working under must know that you are interested in the work. Even the question you feel is very stupid, keep asking. Till today, Supreme Court is still deliberating on the basic and the basic most of the basic statutes even today, because there are so many interpretation of it. So never be afraid of asking stupid question. Never be. You must be, dreaming of working under somebody, but you think you're not good enough. So you think you do not have that background. You think nobody knows your parents, so why should they take you? You're wrong. Even if they don't take you, what's the harm in trying? You will be in the same place as you are right now, na? And you will not go below this. This is the worst where you are at right now. If they say no, you'll still be heard. But imagine what if they say yes. So there's nothing to be embarrassed about. You might be facing a lot of rejection, but that's life. It's fine. Keep trying. The only thing which will help first generation lawyer, if they can just forego their ego, their embarrassment, they have to go all the way out.
Ma'am, I had a question.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Krishna, I'll just answer Priyanka's and Krishna's question, then I'll come to you all. Priyanka, firm के लिए कैसी CV होने चाहिए? Can you please show us samples? Priyanka, I've never done an internship in a firm. I was never interested. But as far as I know, it must be very decorative. You must be having a lot of experience in different internship that will help you a lot. And mostly it depends on the interview. If they like you in the interview, if you can answer the question, if you seem to be smart, they'll take you. And Krishna, is still the law profession treated as a family profession? And yeah, of course. See, the people who already have family in this profession, they are not having thoughts like you and me are having, or I had. They did not have to think, oh my god, how am I going to land up a internship? Will my internship be as important or not? They're chill. They can start later on whenever they feel like. They'll always have a place. We we have to make our place right now. If you want to be in this profession, start. And don't think you're not prepared. Don't think you do not know the entire IPC, CPC, whatever you're interested in. You'll never know the entire of it. Nobody does. You'll never be prepared enough. Just start. Starting is the worst thing that can happen, worst and the scariest thing that can happen. Once you start, you will just adapt naturally. And
Ma'am, I have a
Ma'am,
question. How to
my
read Bare Acts and can I get internship under you?
under me,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, where do you stay?
I stay in Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Sanpura.
Right. I would suggest you. What do you want? I am a criminal lawyer. Do you want to do a criminal internship?
Yes, ma'am.
I would suggest you find somebody in Bombay who is doing very good. You
Ma'am,
can
can you
come.
suggest me any name?
Ma'am,
You any name?
Yes, ma'am.
you are asking me to do your work for you. The first thing you must know who is doing good around you. If you do not know that, how do you think you're going to become a good lawyer? If you do not know which lawyers around you are good. I know around me who are good in Kolkata.
Sorry, ma'am.
No, nothing to be. I'm telling you, I'm teaching you how things should be done as a first generation. You have to be very proactive. You have to be always on your feet, and you always have to have something or the other going on for you. If you just depend on going to a good college, because I have seen first generation lawyers who are from, government college who are doing very good in relation to first generation lawyer who are coming from NLUs or coming from, say, other private university. They are doing not as good as government college, because in government college there is no such thing as coming to college every day and giving attendance. We can totally focus on our internship or the area which interests us, and we can just start pursuing it from our college, which they start after the college. So what I would suggest is find in your area who a good lawyer is, if they are willing to take you, learn work. So you don't have to learn how to draft, how to research after you graduate. Learn it right now. You have a lot of time. Learn it now. This is your time.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, I have a question. Ma'am,
Yes,
that
Rajan.
as I am a student of second year, Aligarh Muslim University,
Okay.
uh, that I have a question about ADR and ODR, like
Okay.
arbitration conciliation.
Yeah.
What's the future of these type of field in law? Because I am very keen interest in this field, not in litigation, not much.
So for these, I think when you want to know how you should start about.
Yes, ma'am. It's how to start about arbitration and how to approach the lawyers who doing good in arbitration and ODR, online dispute resolution.
Okay. So see, I think you can approach a good firm with a good CV. But if you are a first generation lawyer, if you have not done a lot of internship, they are not inclined to take
Yes.
you. So approach a council who specializes in this kind of work. Try to work under them.
Okay. Okay.
Ensure wherever you are working or doing your internship, people take notice of you. Work hard so much,
Okay.
people start relying on you for research, for drafting, so that you get retained after your graduation.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Okay. I mean, is I am correct that ADR is the future of in India? There's much future in India.
Sorry, can you go?
ADR is a good future in India.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are future, if you mean money, yes, absolutely, go for it. Absolutely. Yes, Rajan, you were saying something?
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I am Rajan Chaudhary, pursuing my second year from Jogesh Chandra Chaudhary Law College. This year
Right.
we have centers at your college, South Calcutta Law College. Ma'am, can
Oh,
we get internship under you in the month of like September? Are you taking
sure,
interns, ma'am?
sure. Just let me know 1 month in advance.
That's why, ma'am, I am saying about September, as we have exams going on till August. So, ma'am.
1 month in advance. So you need to contact me in August.
Ma'am, how can we contact you? Are you on LinkedIn? matlab-
I'll leave my mail ID in the messages if anybody is interested to connect with me further.
okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, you can connect with me on LinkedIn as well. And yes, Anika, are you there? Does anybody have any more questions? If not, then I would conclude it with some of the points.
Ma'am,
Hello,
how
ma'am.
to start, how to study BERAC, ma'am?
BERAC, right. So right now, how you will study BERAC and whatever you retain from BERAC will be very different once you start seeing a council reading the same BERAC in court. How to read a BERAC is a group of sentences, right? Now, how would you read the sentence? You would break it into parts. You will break it into parts, and you would try to get the book on it. See, if you read BERAC as a college student, what you'll written would be very little. You might not even know the intention of the legislature behind creating that statute. So, unless you apply that BERAC to a case law, you would not know the intent of the legislature behind that BERAC. So, if you're reading a substantial amount of judgments every day, you will be better at reading BERACs and statutes and everything else. Try to read one judgment in your area of interest every day. One judgment per day. That would automatically make you better than almost 90% of other lawyers. You're not supposed to know the interpretation at this stage, Priyanka. You're in college. The way your teachers are interpreting the law is not the same how a lawyer would interpret the law and apply to his or her case to win the case. See, when there is a case, right, there is about a statute. Two lawyers, they are going to interpret the same statute in two different ways, whichever is going to help them win their case. So you have to master that. Now you will not understand or know that it's a very I'm liking it that you want to understand it more. Shows your interest and shows that you're active, but it will take time and you will only learn it once you're in court and you see other lawyers doing it. And you'll only learn it when you have to apply it to a case. If you read it only as a book, you will not understand the intention of the legislature behind it. Yes. Yes, because you do not see, you're reading a sentence, you do not know the meaning and the reason why you're reading it. Once you see a case, once you see how a FIR is registered, how an investigation is done, once you know that in practical life, then you'll understand. Okay, this statute was saying this. It was talking about this. Then you can find the relatability. Otherwise, if you just read the statute without knowing the context, you're not supposed to understand how to. There is no point of interpretation. Now, where will you interpret it? You will not interpret it into air. You will interpret it if you have a case law in front of you. So, if you're reading a statute, you'll see you'll get some judgments in the uh, case laws written below it. So try to read those judgments. You'll understand what the intention of the legislature was, how was it interpreted by the lawyers, what was held by the court. Then probably you'll understand the interpretation of that particular statute. Yes, when you see the practicality of it, when you see the statute being used in real life, then you'll understand it.
Many of my friends are doing diploma in cyber law, diploma in intellectual property rights. Is it necessary to do it? I mean, what is the use of doing diploma?
Uh, See, I also deal in cyber law cases. I also deal in civil laws, this law, that law. You're a lawyer. If you read, if you get a case, if you see how the law applies to you, you'll do it. You'll be just fine. Right? My senior, when he was doing law, I don't think he had so many diplomas, this or that. Both of them might give you an edge in your CV. But if you don't understand, you can just do it without doing a diploma. That's what I'm trying to say. Diploma is just another feather in your cap for your CV. That's all. It will give you an edge if you can just do the same without having the diploma. It's just a book. You read about the cyber laws, you read about the applicability. You'll do just fine. You don't need to pursue another course altogether to make it applicable. You can do without it just fine. But if you want to look good
And
in your CV, then go for it.
And then what about doing CS with the law degree? Because much of my classmates are doing that too. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah. So
stuck in
that will
between.
help you in, I think, getting in firms. That might help you in doing firms or getting retained in big companies. That will obviously give you an edge if you do CS along with your
Okay.
law degree. Any other questions? How
Ma'am,
to improve our yes, one second. Preet is asking how to improve our legal vocabulary by reading judgments. Like, suppose you're reading a Bare Act, you will see there are judgments below the said statute. You can go through the judgments, you can see how what vocabulary was used by the lawyers, what vocabulary was used by the judge himself. You'll understand by reading it, going on reading it every day, na, your vocabulary will increase. You'll start speaking like them. How to know which area of law I am interested in? Doing in different internship, whichever you think you can do for the rest of your life.
ma'am, what about those people who wants to be a litigator, but though they are not financially stable because litigation took so much time to be a good litigator and advocate. So what they should do?
See, I don't know, have a way to answer this, but I will maybe use myself as an example that I had to take care of myself, right? But also I was hell bent on doing litigation, even though coming from a family who had no knowledge about how the system works. There will be people who will tell you that there is no money in litigation in initial years. They're not wrong either, but if you're good, Manu, trust me, money will come. Money will come, people will be happy to pay you. But you also have to give some value. That's what I'm telling you. You people are young, you're in college. You can totally prepare yourself in this initial years to become a lawyer. If you start learn how to become a lawyer after your graduation, that will take a lot of time, and that's why perhaps it will be very difficult for you to start earning, because when a client will come to you, you will not be able to give him or her any relief or any advice. But if you are working hard now, if you're studying hard now, if you're working under your senior, and if you're noticing how your senior advises his clients, you can do the same after you graduate. It won't be a lot of money, but trust me, money in litigation, it compounds. There is no limit. It's not a job. It compounds. The more you money there is for you, there is no limit in litigation.
Ma'am, is moot court important in law schools and what is the relevance? Because I have done 3 moot courts in my law school. So what is the relevance? Can you elaborate this?
Mood mood codes are important because it's just like a practice. You will be more confident speaking in front of people. That's way it's important, but it has no relevance in your career or whatsoever. But yeah, you will be more confident while you are doing mood codes. If you're winning mood codes, you'll be while if you're continuously doing mood codes, you will be more confident in public speaking. In that sense, how to crack a law firm interview, know about the firm, know about the niche of the firm, the matters they deal with, and read about those statutes. Suppose a firm specializes in, say, civil matters, or say real estate matters. Read about real estate laws, read about civil matters, read about patent laws. Whatever your firm you're looking for, they specialize in. Read those laws. Maybe see the interview you will crack if you know the laws they deal with. And if you know the basic drafts and all, just go through the drafts, you'll get everything online. The basic drafts of it, you'll get it online. If you can answer their question, I think you are good to go. And be confident, be presentable. 20 to 30% is how you present yourself. Always be confident, even if you're not, just pretend to be confident. Nobody knows. Everybody is pretending, most probably. It makes no difference who's confident, who's pretending, nobody will know. Just pretend to be confident, be presentable. It's half of your job is done. Be polite, be gentle, be likable. Likable not in the sense going and talking to everybody. Don't do that, because people will not take you seriously then. Be a little reserved in court. Talk to your seniors, ask for their help. They're always willing to help you. That's what I have learned. People are always willing to help you here. And do not be afraid to ask for help. No matter how big that lawyer or senior seems, they're very good, they're very kind, they're always willing to help you. Just take that leap of faith, approach that firm, approach that lawyer. Something or the other is going to work out. Something or the other, trust me. Most important things we need to do on a daily basis. For example, judgment we get. Yes, as a law student, the most important things you must do is going through live law or bar and bench and see the judgments which are coming out, being updated on the judgments, and see which judgments draws your interest, right? See which one you enjoy reading or can tolerate reading. Probably that's your field. You can even figure that out through that. And suggest something else. No, be in court, be in some law chamber, be in office. I think it's mostly the first generation people here, so make contacts. That's why I'm saying ki have a life outside of college. We didn't get paid much in the initial year. Yeah, in litigation, Priyanka, I think if if you think that you're going to get money from the first year, it's not going to happen. But if you think, I'm investing in myself right now, the returns are going to be great. I can assure you that. You have to stick it out. If you can stick it out for 4 to 5 years and just work hard with blinkers on, work hard, is you have no idea how much success and money it will bring. But people give up in the first few years. That's the sad part, especially women. And also, if since you're a first generation people, choose your first senior as a lawyer or your first law firm as a lawyer very wisely. Very wisely. That's going to make or break it. What's your point of view of uniform civil code? That's personal. I would not like to discuss it right now. Yes, absolutely. That's why I'm saying interact more, interact with each other, help each other. There is a life after college. College is not going to remember you after those 5 years. Trust me on that. Unless you want to become a professor or something. What is average earning stage. Which stage? There are people in High Court who are earning not even 10,000 a month, and they are getting at least 4 to 5 lakhs per matter in a day. Per matter. So that would amount to almost 20 to 30 lakhs in a day. Maharashtra, they are earning way more they are earning in Kolkata. Way more. Good. I think they might be earning, if they are of around, say, 40, 45 years, I think they are earning around minimum 4 to 5 lakhs per day. Minimum. Thank you. So I'll conclude this. I'll just have few tips to give you. Number one, be confident. If you're not, do something about it. Pretend or know what you need to do to become confident. You need to read more. You need to present yourself better. Just know how to be confident or pretend to be confident. Number two, be presentable. Always on your best behavior. Number three, approach the best in your field. If the best is not taking you, approach the second best, and it goes on. Number four, wherever you're working, ensure people notice you. The senior, the solicitor, the associate partner, whoever, ensure people notice you for your work, for your conduct, whatever. Be noticed. Number five, remember, you might feel it is daunting to approach people here, but if you do not, you have no other way. Your parents will not are not here to back you up here. Nobody knows them. Nobody knows you. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. If they say no, that's the worst thing that can happen. You will be in the same place. You cannot go worse than this. So just take that chance. You will end up having something better. Yes, you need to be enrolled as an advocate for practicing in a and study, work hard, study. I think utilize your college days a lot better. Going to college, studying for your exams, that's all right. If you want to get placed through your college, that works out, I guess. I'm not sure, I have not followed that procedure. But if you have no hopes from your college, have your own thing going. Go to court. Even if you're not getting an internship, go to court, sit in a courtroom, see how it works, how a court works, function, you'll understand, you'll get a hang of it. You will perhaps there you will know which lawyer you want to become like. Who will inspire you. See them, approach them, and that's all. And when it might be very daunting first few days, that you're a first generation lawyer, you might feel awkward, you might feel out of place. Just remember that you belong there. If you had not belonged there, you would not have the desire at all to become a lawyer. You belong there, and not only do you belong there, you are going to be very good at it. You're no less than anybody else, if not better. But just be willing to the hard work, more approachable, to be saying yes to more work, never saying no to any kind of work, and always having the courage to go for it. Have all this, nothing can stop you. Not listen to people who say there is no money in litigation or there is no money in law firms or whatever. negative things people have to say. I'm here to tell you there is a lot of money. Initially, you might not know how it's going to work out, but if you stick it out, you'll be very grateful to yourself that you have done it. It's a very satisfying career. It is a very demanding career. That's there. You have to almost forget everything, your personal life, your other friends, family, relationship at time, but it is a very satisfying career. It will reward you. It will reward you. And this is a career which you can continue till you die. It's a very noble career. Always remember that being a first generation lawyer, that it's a very noble career. Don't do something which will ruin the sanctity of the career. Always hold yourself to that regard. Everything else will fall into place.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes, hi.
I have a question. I want to tell you that what are the difficulties you have faced being a first generation lawyer and being a woman especially.
I would say first generation lawyer, the I do not want to sound very cocky, but I had struggled. I mean, I was lucky enough, again, I'll repeat myself, I was lucky enough that I did not have to go to college a lot. There was no such attendance thingy. So I could go be there in court. So whatever struggle I had to do now, so I had done it in my internship days. By the time I was a lawyer, people knew me in court for like 4 years. So by then people know who Nahid is. She she was an intern, now she's a lawyer. So people got used to me there. That's why I'm telling you, okay, do not waste your college days. Be in action somewhere so that by the time you're a lawyer, you know how to be a lawyer. Learn how to be a lawyer during your college days so that you can be a lawyer after your graduation, if you know what I mean. So all this struggle, and yeah, money, obviously, when I started off, money wasn't that much. Like clients, there were hardly clients, right? Like who would know me? I'm first generation lawyer. Second, third generation lawyers, they get clients from their parents or their family. But I started working with my senior. Like I said, my senior said that he's not going to give me any stipend. I'm going to get paid through the client directly. So that was a very good thing. So the client used to pay me whenever I used to appear with sir, or used to help with the drafting and all. Like that, few people saw me doing matters with sir. Few solicitors came. They approached. They gave me work. They were satisfied. Word of mouth, more and more work came coming. And as a woman, I would say you have to conduct yourself in a particular way so that people don't take you for granted. And also, you somewhere have to work a little bit more to prove yourself. But it's okay, it's not a problem. See, the more they underestimate us, somewhere it's better. We have more to prove, we'll work hard, we'll deliver more. So that's the motivation. I think that will motivate you. See, that they are underestimating you as a woman, that will motivate you to do more and learn more and deliver more. So whatever negative you're facing, do some alchemy, turn it in your favor. Otherwise, there is no hope. Always remember, everything which happens to you for a reason, and the reason is good. Besides working in a law firm, can do independent practice as an advocate. Yeah, but why would you do both? Specialize in one. Do it the best way possible. Any other questions?
Is is it necessary to practice in district court first and know the procedure there, the basic procedure? Rather, we can go to high court directly.
No, the thing is, the most, if you read, I'm talking about the criminal law, if you read CRPC, the entire procedure, investigation, then the trial, it's in lower court, right? In high court only has the power for revision and also quashing. Other than that, high court does not have a lot of power, except the inherent powers. So if you do not know how the matter came into existence, how the dispute came into existence, how the investigation was done properly or not, how was the trial coming to high court, you'll be feeling lost. Not that you can't come, but you can come and you'll be feeling lost. So it's always preferable that you choose to work under a senior who has a extensive uh, trial experience, so you know how trial is conducted. And if you understand how trial is conducted, most of the criminal parts, you'll understand, you'll get a hang of it. High court is very limited, so to understand what had happened and where is the flaw, you have to go to the lower court and understand how it was done there. Then you can come and challenge it in high court. So it is always advised that you go do your internship and learn how the lower courts work for at least 3 to 4 months, then come to high court. Suggested that.
Okay. And if someone is willing to prepare for judiciary, then he or she need to do internship too.
Judiciary, no, I don't think it's required.
But ma'am, what if ma'am in future something goes otherwise? What if he or she didn't crack that exam? Then ma'am, what is the plan B? Because he must have not done internship too.
Right, but you know what you want, because if you're in college, if you want to, are thinking that it will not work out, so let me do internship as well. How will you manage? You won't be able to manage. Nothing will work out that way. You must know what you want as soon as possible. The faster you
Okay.
know, the faster you'll be successful. Because if you want to pursue judiciary, but you're also doing internship just in case it's not working out, then you will not have that time to give to judiciary studies, na. You're doing college, then internship. Where do you have the time to study for judiciary? Obviously, it's not going to work out.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Any other questions? Check what? Give me a moment. Mm, wait. How to write abstract in research paper? Can we write abstract without completing research? Um, Abstract is the synopsis, right? If I'm not wrong, Priyanka. Right, it's like a synopsis. How to write is like comprehension. It's like comprehension, like we used to do in school. You write what the intention of your research paper is. You write about the research. Can we write abstract without completing research? No. How would you take into account of all the research material without completing it? You need to take in account of everything, na, in the abstract. See, I am not aware of a lot of research papers and all that because I have not done it a lot. But as far as my knowledge goes, I don't think you can. Priyanka? Okay, in the meantime, anybody else have any question? Okay. And also, I would like to leave you all with an example. I hope you read about our ex-Chief Justice, 40th Chief Justice of India, N.V. Ramana. He was also a first generation lawyer. He had come from agriculture background, I think, and then he had turned out to be the 40th Chief Justice with some remarkable landmark judgments. So if he can do it, I think we, if not that much, we can also do something. So always believe in yourself. Nothing can hold you back. It's not a baggage. Being a first generation lawyer, you can do a lot, if not more. I always say this because we're not comfortable. We don't have that comfort fall back on. So we have to make it happen. So I think that will motivate us, and we, by God's will, we will fulfill all our dreams. Okay.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm Sakshi, and I'd like to thank you from the
Hi,
bottom of my
Sakshi.
heart. Yes, ma'am. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for conducting this valuable session on coming into legal profession as the first generation lawyer. I'm pretty sure this was the
Thank you
most.
for having me because I'm thank you for having me, Sakshi, because it's such a important topic for me. It's a very emotional topic for me as
Hello.
well because when I was a student back then, I always used to seek people who are first generation and who are doing something significant in the field so that I can see them and get motivated myself. So I hope, if nothing else, I can motivate all the students here to just go for it. There's nothing to be scared of, and they'll just land up fine.
I'm sure you did, ma'am, and this was one of the most interactive sessions that we had till day. Thank you so much once again for joining
Thank
the
you so
session,
much
ma'am.
for having me. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'll take your leave then.
Sure, ma'am.
All questions are answered. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.